My name is Benny, and I love making art and looking at art. I love art that comes from different parts of the world. I love art from our time, and I love art that was made thousands of years ago. I love how art can tell a story and how art makes me feel. I love to be surprised by colors, shapes, and pictures that seem to magically appear on a piece of paper. I love art that celebrates the wild, all the things that just grow by themselves and become animals, plants, rocks, and rivers. With this art box, we'll be looking at a special type of art that comes from central Mexico. The Otomi people have lived there for thousands of years. They create beautiful paper from the bark of a tree called Amate. Artists from nearby villages buy their Amate paper, and using bright colors, they paint scenes of birds, plants, deer, rabbits, and many other living things. A celebration of our wild world. Hi everybody. Now let's begin. I've been spending some time looking at these beautiful examples of Amate paintings. And I started wondering about what's my painting going to look like. So I remembered one morning I walked out of the house, and right there in the front yard, right here where I'm sitting now, was a giant rabbit. And it was sitting perfectly still. So I quickly ran back into the house, and I got a piece of paper, a pencil, and my drawing board, and I did a drawing of this rabbit. This is it. This is the drawing. And you notice the lines, I had to draw really fast because I didn't know when that rabbit was going to run away. And so these are very sketchy lines, kind of really quick, just to get the basic shape. Then I started thinking about what other animals have I drawn. And I looked at a sketchbook from a few months ago. A sketchbook that I took with me camping. And I saw this amazing snake down by the creek one morning. But when I was down there, I didn't have my sketchbook. So instead, I had to just look and look very carefully at the snake and remember what it looked like. And then when I went back to my campsite, I took out my sketchbook and I did a drawing, kind of a drawing and painting of the snake from memory. Now, all of you have a sketchbook too. It looks like this. So make sure you keep it handy so that you can draw quick on the spot. And, you know, that's the way it is in our world, is always moving. It's always on the move. So if you want to draw something you see, you either have to draw really fast, or you just have to remember what you see. So now the fun begins. I've completed my drawing on the big brown paper, taped it to my drawing board, but you can also put your paper on a table too. I put a little bit of paint on my plate, I have some water and a paper towel, and now I'm ready to start. I started with my rabbit. I mixed together some yellow with a little bit of red to make a nice orange. Have you ever seen an orange rabbit? I have. But that's a story for another time. Remember, as you start your painting, don't think you have to paint something exactly like the examples I've shown you. I hope these paintings will inspire you, but in the end, the work you make will be your own creation. These paintings that we are being inspired by are a type of art that is sometimes called folk art or traditional art. Traditional art is when older artists teach younger artists how to create art that is part of the community. This is one way communities celebrate each other and the world around them. I love looking at folk art because it has very deep roots, like a wise old tree. From those roots, there is much to be learned, and I have always been inspired by folk art from all over the world. And so have many other artists, like the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. Here she painted a picture of herself surrounded by plants and animals. Or the French artist Niki de Saint-Faye, or the Spanish artist Pablo Picasso, who was inspired by African folk art. Well, I've worked quite a bit on this, but I don't think I'm finished yet. I'm going to put it aside for now and go back and take another look at the Amate paintings. I've decided to start another painting using fewer, simpler, and larger shapes. I started by drawing my design for the new painting using my pencil and eraser, filling the page with the animals, some big, some little. I then outlined my design with the black marker, like the traditional Amate paintings. To really get the paint to pop out, I have to paint over it a few times. And if I mix a little white into the brighter colors, they stand out even more. And don't forget, you have 3 different brushes. Each one makes a different mark. Try to use them all. Sometimes I turn the painting sideways to reach different parts. I add white lines or dots in different colors, adding decorations to the flat areas. When I was composing my drawing, putting all the parts together, I was imagining how the animals might talk to each other. In Amate paintings, the animals always feel connected to each other and connected to all the plants that surround them. Well, I've been working on these paintings for a few days now, each day sitting for about an hour and then taking a break. It's been a fun journey, and I think I'm just about finished. Hey, but what happened to the first painting? Well, I did a lot more painting on that one, and let's just say I went a little wild. So until next time, have fun painting, and email us a photo of your finished work so we can exhibit it in our online Wildcraft gallery.